I'm Jen, and we are experts on everything. Literally everything. Honestly, there's nothing we are not experts at.
And we are so excited to be here with you ladies tonight for the Unfiltered Conference! So tonight, we are going to be talking to you ladies about a really hot topic. What women really want.
And no, we're not talking your typical Mel Gibson rom-com. We're talking real life stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
One thing I would really like is to be able to shave my legs and have it last longer than a pack of Oreos when I'm on my period.
I would just like to be able to shave my legs and not run out of breath.
Our first speaker of the night is Jessica Druick. She is a faith-centered international success coach, and she is on a mission to help women unhook from their busyness and their overpacked schedules and flow into alignment so they can focus on the things that matter the most.
The last thing I ever wanted to do was, have be labeled divorcee, right? So, that happened, and then at that time, right before we ended up getting divorced, it was like I really cried out to the Lord, and it was like the first time I was like, I'm at the end of myself, like I cannot do this alone anymore. And so I got on my knees in my bathroom, and I was like, Lord, please help me. And honestly, it was the first time I ever heard his voice. And so he said, Jessica, I love you. I will make a new day for you. And I was like, whoo, man, I can feel that. Can you feel that right now? And I believe that is a word spoken for some of you in here today too. I just know like the more that we lean on him, the more that he leans on us, and we just have to turn. So all we need to do is turn to him. And he will deliver you, he will heal you, he will just take, he'll do it. And so instead of running, he's been tracking right with you the whole time, right? Yeah. He's always with you, he's tracking right with you. Yeah. So when you're looking and you're on that train track, go all in, pick him. Stop being on the other track, go all in on him. And he will show you the way, right? Ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks the door will be open, which is Matthew 7:7-8. If we're not doing those things, more than likely you're going to feel off. You're going to feel out of alignment with your life, because that's what he wants you to do. And so, but Satan wants nothing more than to keep us busy, right? And the acronym for busy is burden under Satan's yoke. That's what he wants. He wants to keep us distracted. He wants to keep us busy. And the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy us, right? So the more busy that he can keep us and distracted, the more that he's got inroads with us.
be vulnerable with. There's value in vulnerability. And also, I highly want to encourage having spiritual mamas, no matter who you are, to have a mentor in your life. That's super important. Another thing I didn't say about Jenny is she's the first person I had ever asked to be a prayer and accountability partner. And that is a genius idea that another one of my mentors gave me, have someone you can be vulnerable with and have hold you accountable. So what kind of community do I want? I want a community where we cut the criticism and compliments are common, where lies are lost and truth is told, where we stop sabotaging one another and we boldly build each other up, where love is not limited or circumstantial or shallow, where the only words we speak to and about each other are life-giving words, where comparison and jealousy and gossip are eradicated, where we aren't afraid to be vulnerable and real and transparent, where we share our stories and see our sisters set free and continue in that freedom, where we truly are the community of women that God created us to be.
This guy comes on and he says, God can't heal the unseen and the unheard. And I was like, what? So I stopped what I was doing and I started it over. And I'm like, that's what I need to do. I need to get up here and share my unseen and my unheard so I can heal and hopefully help somebody else. So on the outside, I was a hard worker, good mom, I had a husband, clean house, whatever. That was me on the outside. On the inside, I was struggling, drowning in just misery. You. I don't know your name, but can you come up here? Me? Please? Yeah, you. Oh, I was doing my homework. I've been waiting. So, I was probably visibly distraught in these room of women. I'm crying. I try to hide and go to the bathroom, and I know that's not working. I mean, it's this tight little room. And a couple, Anna's mom actually came and prayed over me, and I'm still pretty upset. You came. Oh, you probably don't even remember. I do. She came up and sat down next to me, and she asked me, I don't remember exactly what she said, and she was like, what do you want? And I said, oh, this is going to sound stupid. And you're like, no, it's not, I promise you. And I said, I don't want to be mean. And you prayed over me, and it's changed me. Aww. And thank you.
Immediately, God flooded me with probably every verse there is in the Bible about how to tell a false prophet from a true prophet. And I was like, oh, that's not what I was looking for, but okay, so how do you tell? And I kind of went through all these verses, and there's 3 criteria. One is the person in their ministry leading people to walk with God in the way the Bible says to walk with God? Number 2, does the person say that Jesus is God? And number 3, does the person have any prior prophecies that have come true? And I was like, well, she definitely checks off the first 2 tests, but I don't know if she's had any prior prophecies that have come true. And then I thought about it, and I was like, she prayed for Andrea, my friend, the same thing that God had me praying for Andrea. So if you count that, which I think that counts, then she did pass. So then I'm like, okay, God. So she's passed all 3 tests of what a true prophet is. At the end of the day, kids to bed, and Jeremy sat down. He's like, okay, what is going on? And I said, I gotta tell you what happened last night. So I told him about my conversation with Anna, told him about my all night long conversation with God, and then I was like, so what do you think? And he was quiet, and then he goes, I'm really glad God healed you.
We did the whole
myself with Andrea, and I was like, ooh, here's my opportunity. So I did. I turned to her and I said, do you want to be healed? And we had the hesitation. And I said this to her. I don't know if you remember this. I said, because she said, well, I just want God to use me and I want to use my story. And I said, what's more powerful, Missy? Standing in front of a group of women and saying, I'm sick, but I'm going to use my story. Or, I was sick, but now I'm healed because of the glory of God.
Amen.
What's more powerful?
Yeah.
The second. And guess what you just did? You stood in front of a group of women and you proclaimed the goodness of God because our God is a healer. So, last night I was talking about how we spend so much time trusting in ourselves. I came home and I told the interns, I said, by the world's standard of success, I am failing. And it's great. Because by Jesus' standard, I am so successful. And I said, here's how our culture views it. Ready for me to make it super simple for you? When I was 11, I babysat once a week. I made $20. I thought I was rich. $20 times 4 times 12, that's how much I made in a year. And I broke it down for them like this. If I came to my dad and I said, I'm going to take care of myself because I'm 11 and I make $20 a week. I'm going to provide all of my housing, all of my food, all of my transportation. I'm going to pay for all the bills because I got it. I'm going to take care of it. I'm good at this. I'm good at what I do. I'm good at providing for myself. I'm good at taking care of myself. I don't need you. I don't need to spend time with you. I don't need your money. I don't need your resources. I'm going to take care of myself. Well, I was homeless. Like right now. It's that simple. That's how we treat God. God, I'm going to come to you when it gets real bad. I'm going to come to you when it's too hard. I'm going to come to you when I can't take it anymore. Listen, church, we have pastors and youth pastors and people in our country that are taking their lives because they can't do it anymore. We got young people that are taking their lives. I work in the school systems. Like our kids are killing themselves. It's bad. Because we do this to God. God, I got it. God, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to provide for myself. I don't need you. I make $20 a week. I'm good. And God's like, but I own a cattle on 1,000 hills.
Yeah.
But I have life, and I have abundance, and I have health, and I have a future for you. A beautiful future. And I love you unconditionally, and you can't even comprehend unconditionally. You can't. So come and let me teach you what unconditional love looks like. Listen to me when I tell you to empty your bank account and give it to somebody else, and you think that's insane. And then the next thing you do is you're like, all right, God, I'm obedient. You empty your bank account, and the next day there's more money than you had to begin with, because that's the kind of God we serve. He has his best interest in mind for every single person. You don't get the short end of the stick with God. If you sow love, you'll reap love. If you sow joy, you'll reap joy. If you sow patience, you'll reap patience. But it has to start with you going, you know what, God, I'm going to make a choice. Because it's the year of the mouth. And I'm going to start making some declarations. I'm going to start making some changes. And I'm not going to turn back. Because I know a lot of people who get all fired up for Jesus. And then a month in, they're like, this isn't working. And I'm like, what's your prayer life look like? What words are you speaking? You can't just give up. Like, what's your other option? There is no other option. You're either all in and you pursue it all in, It's like a relationship. But I can't get enough of him because there is so much abundance, there is so much fruit, there is so much joy, there is so much goodness, there's so much love, there's so much freedom, there's so much peace when you can't stop spending time with him. Because he never stops pursuing you. I mean, he's in hot pursuit of you all the time. If you'll just turn around and acknowledge him, your life will change. Abby's going to share with you a new spoken word that she wrote for you guys. And then we're going to have these guys up in the front just playing. And just be bold, be brave, and come up and get prayer. Don't leave here until you have what you need. And when Abby's finished, you'll be officially dismissed. But we're going to be here until every single person has what they need.
Beautiful is what comes to mind when I think of the word women. But you see, there is far more than what the eye can see. There is fierce, determined, warrior, and steadfast. There is far more to a woman than just a pretty face. Ladies, now is the time. Now is the time to stand up and stir up the dreams, the aspirations, and the goals. We were created for beautiful things, strong things, life-altering things. Think of the honor it is to be the ones that pray for our husbands and our children. Think of the honor that it is to be the shoulder to cry on and the hand to clean spit up. How beautiful is it that we as women have the honor to hold together an entire house by simply existing. But don't get me wrong, I know how hard existing can be when you hear your name called from every direction and your purpose becomes a blurred line between caregiver and human being. But today is the day you get to fall into your caregiver. He is whispering in your ear, now my daughter, now is the time for you to wake up, to be selfish, take in all of the things I've given to you, grasp all of the words I'm speaking to you, and give life to the things I planted inside of you. He speaks to you in a thundering comfort, saying you are the one that will take back our land. But until then, there is work to be done. There are lives to be changed. But my love, in order to do so, you must be awake. Open your eyes. Look around at all of the beautiful faces. These women are the ones brought to you to lean on. By yourself, you are weak. Together, we are a force to be reckoned with. A woman aware of the power she holds inside of her is a dangerous weapon. We are more than women, we are lioness, here to protect our land, ready to pounce the second one of our own is in danger. How beautiful is it to be created to fight for things that are ours. He withholds nothing from you. What is meant for you is yours to take. There is no price, there is no wager. Simply take what you need and run with it. Now is the time for your freedom. Be bold. Today is the day.